I had to give a deposition in this case last February, long before the trial actually, started up in the fall. During the course of a deposition, you're testifying under oath, and at the time I was asked about, what I thought in terms of a weapon, and I really had to tell them at the time, well, it's serrated life, but I can't be more precise.
Yeah.
And, of course, they document that. Well, during the course of last summer, because you don't shut your mind off to, thinking about this thing, because I know the case is coming up. It's going to be a big deal. I was out in my garage, happened to glance over at my workbench, and there on one of the pegboards, I saw a box knife hanging there that had a very almost identical pattern as what I described as those serrated-like marks on the side as a thumb grip. And I looked at that and said, son of a gun, that would explain exactly what we're dealing with, box knife. And that would fit the depth of the wounds we were dealing with. It would fit the contused edges of the wounds.
Yeah.
Everything would fit with the box knife. So I communicated that with the prosecution next time I met with them. A week or so after I testified, I was following the trial in the media, and I came across an article about one of the other witnesses who happened to be the warden at one of the state prisons where he was held for a time prior to trial. And the warden was one of the many people that are accused confessed to, in addition to confessing to family, confessing to other cellmates, and multiple other people, some of which were recorded. He confessed to this one warden, and what he told the warden was he'd used a box knife and then thrown it in a dumpster. Had that information been forwarded to me at some point, it would have kind of verified we had essentially two people who independently had information suggesting box knife. And that was one of the things I think that hopefully convinced the jury that box knife is something I thought could have been done, and then somebody is actually confessed to that says he admitted using a box knife.
Yes.
And you can't write that sort of thing off as coincidence.